What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So every single Wednesday I upload a video from the series that I'm doing 100 runs. And basically, if you guys haven't watched the series before, just go out and I pick a dungeon that you guys have selected for me. I farm it 100 times and I keep all the loot that I receive in the 100 runs. And I see how much good shit that I got like after doing 100 runs. So we've had ups and downs, definitely. We've been doing 100 runs and getting jack shit, and we've received over 1 million of gold, like in item value. This is all item value. So if you guys have missed out on some of these openings, not openings, the series, you can find it down below in the comment section. There's like a link to the playlist of all of these videos. I think I'm up to like 15, 16 different dungeons now where I've done 100 runs. But this one, you guys really wanted me to do this one. Dire MAUL. Dire MAUL is one of my most hated dungeons. I'm not sure why. I've just never really enjoyed Dire MAUL as a dungeon. I've always said that it was a decent farm, and the reason why we'll get into that as soon as we go into the dungeons. But there's a lot of ways of doing Dire MAUL because it has 3 wings. It has the west wing right here, the north, and the east wing. So I didn't want to do 100 runs of west wing and then 100 of north and then 100 of east because the loot tables are pretty much the same. So basically what I did is I did one of each. So I started out with doing west, and then I did north, and then I did east, and then west again, and then north, and then east, until I did a total of 100 runs. So both west and north is really simple. You just, I mean, all of them is simple, but like as of routes, they're extremely simple because you guys are just gonna follow the dungeon from start to the end. There's no alternative route to take. The only one that has like a kind of alternative route is east. So I'm gonna show you guys. As soon as you guys enter, you jump down. That's what I do. There's many ways of running this one as well, but you jump down and you want to kill all of these flowers right down here, and make sure that you kill and loot all the mobs because it's not like it's extremely packed with mobs. So you want to kill and loot what you can kill and loot. Obviously you guys can see me running it now, just showing the routes, not going to loot. I always see comments about that in the comment section. Yo, student, just do 99 runs and do the run number 100 live. And my bags are like constantly filled up because I bring with me all the loot that I have received from the 100 runs. And as you guys know by now, I don't really need any gold. I just think it's fun to farm it. So it's not like I really care that much if I miss on an item or two. So yeah, that's why. But just kill all the mobs. And once you've cleared this area right here, you want to go towards the bosses. You pretty much want to run it backwards, right? So you can just manually run out of the dungeon. I would, however, recommend you guys to sign up for a panda scenario because in both west and north, you want to have the option to port out of the dungeon and then back in again instead of having to manually run out. So definitely go ahead and do that. And why you should do Dire MAUL, and why I said I always been aware of the loot inside of Dire MAUL, it drops a lot of good items. It has a lot of potential. It used to be extremely good because you could also get this book, which is needed for the Paladin Hidden Artifact and Legion. They still sell, but I've been doing this live on stream for quite some time, and people have caught on, and the supply is way higher than the demand, so they currently suck ass. But as of loot, you can get the Soulstone set, you can get Steadfast, you can get the Jade set. Like, there's so many good items inside of Dire MAUL, so it has always been a really good way to make gold. I've just, as I said, never really enjoyed running through the dungeon, and as that's the only thing that I really care about, basically I haven't done any Dire MAUL for a very long time, but now I had to, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's not like I suffered myself through Dire MAUL. It was super smooth to run it, and since I did one of each wing, it didn't feel that repetitive, actually. So it wasn't too bad. But as you guys can see, I'm just following the dungeon really easy. And now we're gonna go outside right here. This is where you start the dungeon, and we jump down right here. So just kill all of these flowers. And you guys can also Google the map and find a map over the books. But to be frank, if you're going to do this a couple of times over to make sure you have the items to put on the auction house, you're definitely going to come over a couple of books, and they sell super slowly and they're not really worth that much. So I wouldn't spend that much time on it. I really wouldn't. I would more focus on doing these run really efficiently. Obviously, this guy has a speed set, so he's quite fast. But you don't need a speed set to do Dire Mole. Like, I mean, I've done Dire Mole without a speed set before. It's really no problem at all. But this is the only wing of Dire Mole where you don't exactly follow the route. You can. I mean, if you're going to port out, it doesn't really matter how you do it. I just tend to prefer this route that you guys see me do right now. So here's the start. I just walk back out and then I go and do the other wings. So that's pretty much how I do the east wing. And north and west, just follow the dungeon. Extremely easy. Now in terms of loot, basically what you're all interested in. So I did focus on books in the start. I got a total of 22 of them. You guys can see they have a market value of over 7,000 gold. But in my realm, they're currently going for 50 gold. So I can't even be arsed to post them at that price. In terms of blue items, I got the Wand of Arcane Potency. Like the only thing that I not dislike, but the only thing that sucks about Dire Mole is that the Dire Mole specific blues, like super items, are non-existent. Like they suck. There's none of them. They're all really bad. So it's all green items, and you might be lucky and get like a world drop like the Nightblade and so on. I only got the Nightblade and the Underworld Bandit though, and the rest of these blue items are really bad. Honestly, Fireman leggings used to be really good. I mean, they're actually quite cool looking as well. But they're going for 4,000 gold in my realm at the moment. But I just kept these blues to show you guys the amounts of blues that I got. The thing that's going to make you gold is all of these green items selling for a couple thousand gold each. As I said, you will get the Saltstone pieces, market value 35,000 gold. I got 2 of these, but only 7k in my realm. I got the Saltstone shoulders, 23,000 gold market value, but less than 5k in my realm. And then the boots, 42k market value, actually going for 29k in my realm. Then you also get the jade pieces, you get the steadfast pieces, ember silk. These are pretty damn decent. And then just a bunch of other green items. You also do get the felt cloth, but after doing 100 runs, I'm left with 7,000 gold in felt cloth. It depends on what wing you do and so on. If you focus on the wing that's going to yield you shit in a felt cloth, you're definitely going to get more. But all in all, using my TSM bag value macro, I got 273,000 golds, according to TSM, like in market value, which sounds really bad. I mean, it's not insanely good, but there's a lot of these pieces that are really in demand. So I don't think I'm going to have a problem unloading a lot of these pieces. But we've definitely seen better. We've seen twice as much value, 3 times as much value, and maybe even as much as 4 times the value. But I would definitely add Dire Mole into the rotation if you guys aren't already doing other farms that can yield you Steadfast, Jade, and Soulstone, and so on. So the reason why I kind of haven't done Dire Mole is because I tend to do a lot of 5-mans, and one of those is the cave. You kill the Den Wampers. The Saltstone Cave is one of the nicknames for it, and it gives you all of these pieces, Steadfast and Jade and Saltstone. Also, I do a lot of RFD and a lot of RFK, which will also give you those pieces. So there hasn't really been any reason for me to go and do Dire Mole. The only reason was when these books actually sold fast, and they sold for a lot of gold. But since they aren't really that good anymore, I mean, I might throw in Dire Mole every now and then into my rotation of dungeons, but it's not something that I'm going to farm a lot. It really isn't. But it is a decent dungeon. It really is. Even though my market value is quite low, I could have received a pair of Saltstone legs and market value would have been up by like 70,000, 80,000 gold. So it's all RNG. It really is. So if you guys have any suggestions on what dungeon I should do next, if I haven't done it already, if you want to see if I've done it, just click the link in the comment section and take a look. But yeah, leave it in the comment section, and I will happily do it. Like, eventually we're going to go through all the dungeons in the game, and we're also going to do recaps. So when I'm done with all the vanilla dungeons, we're going to take a look back and see what was the worst dungeon, what was the best dungeon, and so on. So I'm looking forward to that, at least. Hopefully so are you. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.